Hi, I'm Emmy. Welcome back to Yoga with Em. In Beginner's Yoga 4, I'm going to guide you through a few beginner's postures laying down on the mat. Sounds good, hey? Absolutely. So grab the mat, come and join me. This is for everyday yoga for everyone. Welcome to Beginner's Yoga 4. In this session, I'm going to show you some of the basic postures. This time, they'll all be laying down, either on our front or on our back on the mat. Sound good? Yeah. Well, thanks for joining me. Let's begin in a posture called Sadasana. We draw one heel in towards the groin and then the other one to follow. And we're just going to start tuning into the breath, placing both hands over the belly, closing down your eyes if you feel comfortable, and then taking a long, slow inhalation, expanding the belly. Pause on full and slowly exhale through the nose. Again, inhale, expanding the belly. Pause on full and then slowly exhale. One last time here, inhale. Let your belly expand and then slowly exhale. Place your hands over your heart center and perhaps change the position of the feet. So draw the other heel in first and then the second one follows. So hands over the heart and taking the long breath is called Mahaprana, or chest breathing. This time we're going to inhale, expanding the chest, and then slowly exhaling, relaxing the body. Inhale, feel the chest expand into your hands and smoothly exhale. A last round of breath here. Nice and slow exhale. And then place your hands down onto your thighs. Open the eyes if you had them closed. Coming back into this space, nice and relaxed. Please join me down on the front body. Bringing the hands into prayer, having the elbows stacked roughly beneath the shoulders, pressing down into the pelvic bone. And I'm going to have the tops of my toes pressing into the mat. This is Crocodile Variation Pose. And the aim of this is to feel a little bit of compression, a little bit of sensation in the lumbar spine, in the lower back. And this is good for our spine health. So if you need a little bit more, you lift the head, lift the eye gaze, the head follows. And if you need a little bit less, you lower. So notice what your body's feeling. Try not to crunch up into the shoulders, but relax your shoulders down so there's a space between the shoulders and the ears. Try and feel balance through both sides of the body. Press into the tops of your feet and perhaps your kneecaps slightly lift off the mat as you press into tops of feet and the pelvis. So this is crocodile variation. On your next exhalation, lower down onto the mat with me, relaxing your arms down by your sides. As we rest, relax your legs, let go of any tension. We move into our next gentle back bend, sphinx pose. So very similar to our crocodile variation. This time we've got our palms on the mat, elbows beneath shoulders or perhaps slightly in front. Again, I've got the tops of my feet, the tops of my toes pressing into the mat. The pelvic bone is pressing into the mat. Again, change the sensation by lifting the eye gaze, lifting the head. If you need more, look up. If you need less, perhaps just look ahead. So the target area is the lumbar spine. We're trying to bring a little bit of compression to lumbar spine. You may like to change the position of your feet, so you can have your feet slightly wider than hip width, or some people bring it slightly narrower than hip width. Play around with this and find what works best for your body. Legs are engaged, so notice the kneecaps are slightly lifted from the mat. On your next exhalation, gently lower on down, always moving with care, always concentrating on the movements in the body, concentrating on the sensations to avoid injury. I'm going to take you into your third variation of back bend here. So as you can see, I've set up for sphinx pose again. But for those people that don't feel too much of the sensation in the lower back, they may like to press into the hands. So pressing into the hands is seal pose, and it just takes it to that next level. Again, I'm pressing into the tops of my feet and I'm pressing strongly into the pelvic bone, pressing it into the mat. I'm careful not to jerk my head from side to side, but keep my head aligned with my spine through center. If seal pose is too strong for you, you know that sphinx is the right place for you. And if sphinx is strong for you, come down to crocodile variation. Come down a little bit lower. And wherever you are in this posture, everybody now on your exhalation, lower on down to the mat. And take a few nourishing breaths here. Relaxing the legs, relaxing the arms, relaxing the face, the whole body relaxed. We're going to set up for the last posture on our front, and this is another posture, a common posture that you may find in a yoga studio or if you head to your first yoga class. And we'll start with the forehead pressed to the mat. And this time the hands are either side of the face. The elbows are close to the ribs. This is called Cobra Pose or Bhujangasana. Very similar to our previous poses, just the hands are slightly lower, arms nice and close. So as we lift the head, we lift the heart, only a very slight pressure into the hands, and again noticing the sensation in the lower back, in the lumbar spine. You may want to stay here, or if you want to feel it a little bit stronger, you can begin to press into the hands. Again, keeping a good gap between the ears and the shoulders. The shoulders down away from the ears. And then remember to breathe. So this is Cobra, Bhujangasana, or you may just come down low instead of pressing too much into the hands, just a little. This is baby Cobra. Wherever you are now, exhale, carefully lower on down and relax the body once again. We've had quite a bit of work for the lumbar spine. So the idea is we add this bit of compression for a healthy spine. I'm going to ask you now to join me on the back body. So turn on over, lower on down, and I want to finish with a really playful pose. So take your feet into the air like you want to make footprints on the ceiling. And arms are inside the legs and hands grab the outside of the feet. Allow the knees to drop down almost towards the armpits. This is Happy Baby. And it's one of my favourites. It's a great hip opener and you can have heaps of fun with this. You can rock a little bit side to side to bring a little bit of ease into that lower spine. We've just been doing lots of work there. So let's rock and roll it out. The longer you hold Happy Baby, it can get pretty intense on the hips. So just play with how long you want to hold this for. Maybe come to a stillness. Come back to your breath. Allow gravity to take hold. Allowing the knees to sink down further. And then when you're ready, release the feet, place the soles of the feet down onto the mat. Join me in a comfortable seat. I want to thank you for joining me for Beginners Yoga for today. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to put it all together, I'm going to do a longer beginner sequence now, putting together all of those postures we've just practiced. So have a look, perhaps subscribe for some more. Thanks so much. Namaste.